Hi, yes. Hi, good evening. My name is Joseph Tadino. I'm a resident of Situate, Rhode Island. I recently got my degree in electrical engineering at the University of Rhode Island. I currently work for a small family-owned research and development company in Cranston. I'm also an amateur musician with records released on iTunes, Spotify, and other streaming services, and a producer at a local independent record company. I'm here because I'm concerned about the future of small business, entrepreneurs, artists, the internet ecosystem as a whole, and our First Amendment rights as Americans. In the past decade, the internet has become a truly ubiquitous resource that we rely on for all kinds of things, like even some of the most basic things. The internet has become especially important to small businesses who rely on it to sell their products and services and provide information to their customers and run internal administrative systems like timekeeping and payroll and so much more. If we give ISPs the power to favor certain content, then small business and entrepreneurs will surely lose out. Let me explain. The repeal of federal net neutrality rules means ISPs do not have to treat all content fairly. This will allow them, one of the most popular ideas that people are afraid of is, this will allow them to set up a system of paid prioritization where content creators such as businesses and artists could pay ISPs a premium for their content to load faster. And obviously, smaller businesses cannot afford such an expense. And slowing down their websites makes it more difficult for their customers to access, whether it takes more time or whether it makes one of their Java plugins like tweak out or something like that. And it may even affect small businesses' ability to conduct business internally, such as effectively manage their payroll and scheduling and timekeeping and stuff like that. On top of hurting small businesses, this would alter the internet ecosystem as a whole. The internet developed through the free flow of information. It's truly what makes the internet the internet. Creating a paid prioritization system would squash the tiniest players and let the big ones get even bigger. And this could prevent stars from taking off. This could prevent small artists from getting their name out there. It could even make it hard for non-mainstream opinions from getting out there. Paid prioritization system is not the only way ISPs could alter the internet landscape. The repeal of federal net neutrality rules effectively gives ISPs the power to police online content, and I want to remind you that it is content that they did not create, but they have the power to decide whether or not you see how readily available it is, and if we have to pay to see it. Allowing a private organization to police the world's largest collection of information is extremely dangerous. We've already seen some of the ramifications of this. There have been cases of websites that have been completely blacked out by particular ISPs, during which time the site could be viewed on one provider but not another. There was also a case of an ISP slowing down the popular movie streaming services while the two companies were in contract negotiations, and plain and simply, this was a shakedown. What's to stop ISPs from targeting content for any other reason? I think the implications of this issue on free speech and free enterprise are clear. The repeal of federal net neutrality protections is bad for small business, bad for entrepreneurs, bad for free speech, and bad for Americans. I thank you for hearing these bills, and I urge you to support this legislation that protects net neutrality in the state of Rhode Island. Thank you.